The stay-at-home order is in effect. Can you still buy and sell real estate, and does it make sense to do so? I'm going to tell you what you need to know. So stick around. Hey everybody, Jennifer Hine here, a Los Angeles area-based real estate agent with Rodeo Realty, and the stay-at-home orders are in effect. It is a lot more restrictive than it's been for the last many months that we've had. And people are wondering, can you buy and sell real estate right now? As of right now, real estate is considered an essential business. So yes, you can buy and sell real estate right now. The question is, does it make sense for you? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how showings take place, like the procedures, because there are some rules to keep people as safe as possible. And then I'll go through the pros and cons for both sellers and buyers right now, so that you can decide for yourself if now's a great time or maybe it's better to wait. If you have any questions about your particular situation, feel free to reach out anytime. I am more than happy to help. So let's go ahead and get started. With buying and selling real estate right now, you want to limit the exposure and keep people as safe as possible. So how that is done is really essentially the buyer's search begins online. Hopefully there's a virtual tour in addition to the photos. Make sure, buyers, that you go through the virtual tour. If it's any deal breakers, that you've ruled that out. The layout works for you. Photos look good. You've already Google searched the area, maybe even driven by the neighborhood, so you already know that this is a property that you're very interested in. The next step would be that your agent will set up an appointment. It's appointment only. There are definitely no open houses, and the appointment is one buyer's agent and two buyers per appointment, and the buyers need to be from the same residence. And if they live in two different homes, then they'll need to have two separate appointments. You'll need to sign a PED. The first time, make sure that you read it thoroughly, because perhaps you're going to be doing more than one, but just make sure that you know what is expected of you prior to arriving. So you sign the PED form, the agent will send that over ahead of time. And at the appointment, make sure that you're wearing your mask. I mean, you have to wear your mask. When you enter, you're supposed to wash your hands right away or use hand sanitizer, and also avoid touching anything like doorknobs, switches, that sort of thing. And then you'll go through, and anytime that you want, like if you have a subsequent showing or inspections, anything like that, you'll need to sign a new form each time. So that's it in terms of for buyers. Now with sellers, you'll need to make sure that the house has been cleaned, it's nice and clean. If the weather permits, open up all the windows so there's fresh air going through. The agent, the showing agent, will clean in between showings. Now this is something, so you're required to wear a mask, but I, as an agent, I have what I call my little coronavirus kit that I bring to various showings. So hand sanitizer just in case, extra masks just in case, and these plastic gloves that you can just throw out when you're done. I think they're great, and they're relatively inexpensive. Also, booties. Now, this is optional, but as a seller, you can request that people wear booties. They need to be provided. Those could be bought on Amazon, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. And they'll need to be disposed of right after the person has seen the property, but that might help you feel a little more safe about people coming through. But again, this is optional. And I think I already showed you this, the wipes, just in case. You just never know, or maybe I didn't, but there you go. So that's my little kit. I keep it in the trunk of the car just in case, because you never know. Now, if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling right now, there are some pros and there are some cons. One of the pros is right now the interest rates are very low, which allows buyers to have more buying power. Also, the inventory is very low, so there isn't a lot of competition out there. So you do, if the demand is strong enough, that will help you get the best price possible. Now, the cons are, especially if you're living in the home, do you really want a lot of people, and not a lot necessarily, but do you want people coming into your home while you're there during this heightened part of the pandemic? Also, there may not be as many buyers out there, so there might not be as many interested parties. However, I would say that if someone's coming out right now to look at the home, they're definitely interested and very serious. So you're not gonna have the more willy-nilly, looky-loo kind of buyers coming at this time. If you do decide to do this, make sure your online presence for the property is spot on. Make sure that your agent does do the virtual tour so that people can see the property online and rule it out if there's like a deal breaker. You don't want people coming in and going, oh, I didn't know it only had this and I have to have this. So there you go. You just ruled somebody out ahead of time. That way you don't have to leave your house and have somebody coming in and potentially exposing you more than you necessarily need to. So a virtual tour is great. See if they can do a virtual open house, which is where the agent's there and people can log in and ask questions, and the agent will be there to kind of go with the camera and go around the property and answer any questions they have. And that way it kind of narrows down the field to the most strong buyers out there coming into the property. Because really, ultimately, it only takes one strong buyer to close escrow and get a very strong price. Buyers, how many times have you been outbid in the last few months because it's just been so crazy? This might be your chance. You may have less competition, so you may have a better shot at getting a property. So that and the interest rates are so low. So if you feel comfortable and you feel safe, now may be a really good time as a buyer to be looking at properties. So if you have any questions about your particular situation, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm more than happy to help. And that wraps it up. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.